Good afternoon. Saturday afternoon, 11th of May. We had a terrible morning. It's been teeming all morning, but as you can see now, beautiful blue skies. So I'll just give you a little tour of the garden. I'm not doing that great much this weekend, but a little tour of what's going on. Okay, just walking down to a little area which I call Chicken City. I'll have to give it another name, I think, though. Daffodils coming to the end now. My dahlias are in, which I put in last week. Things are starting now, so quite pleased. Going down, my little feature, my cat, my hens. Just give them a bowl of food, potatoes, potato peelings, what we boiled up for them, and they all run like lunatics, picking their bit off, running into the corner, so nobody else can get the piece that they've got. Pansies are looking quite nice now too, aren't they? I think so anyway. Right, back down into the veg garden. Taters, Charlottes are just starting to come through. You can actually see them coming through there. So I'll have to start earthing them up soon. I've got a mixture of Charlottes and another variety in here. I can't quite remember what it is now. Weeded around my leeks. They're last year's and they're starting quite well now. We pick them as we need them now and just use them. Just moving over here to my kale. That's right, the kale. And more leeks I've actually put in. I don't know whether you can see them. But the kale's coming on alright. Lettuce is doing fine, starting to take. I've had to take two out early on this morning, the two corner ones, and replace them with ones I got in the greenhouse, because I don't know whether it was the slugs that got them. It's certainly not the birds, because these are all netted over. There's my little greenhouse. I've got a cucumber and two tomatoes in. Sweet peas that I've actually put out now. I'll move them to their final position maybe in a week or so. Cabbage is coming on well. Carrot, cabbage and my kale. Yeah, coming on well. Actually, there's no kale in here. These are all cabbage. Yeah, these are all cabbage. There's my kale, which I showed just a minute ago. My carrots are breaking through with a few weeds as well, but I'll leave the weeds. I'll pull them out when I can distinguish between the carrots and the weeds. These onions were planted straight into the ground, and they're showing now. They're actually coming through, as you can see. So pleased with them. Yes, and also I did put a row of beetroot in. I think you can just start seeing them coming through. They're just starting to come through. So, my onions. I did attempt to weed the fruit garden part. I did it, but again, it's with the rain we've had, it's flying up again. More onions and more beetroot planted. These are the ones actually that started in the greenhouse, and you can see the difference. They're a lot more advanced than the others. Compost, I've used a lot of that on it, so that bin's nearly empty. That bin's nearly empty. That's the fresh stuff which is starting to rot, so I'll be next year's. But I've still got me bins. Moving on. Here's me rhubarb. Rhubarb's looking alright. Start picking that now. And here's me strawberries. Strawberries are looking fine. Hydrangea bush, just starting. Lilies, don't know the variety. fuchsia, bit leggy, left it in the greenhouse too long, but it'll be alright, it'll come back lovely there. Some more lettuce. Me mint, oh I love the mint. I've got a variety, just the ordinary mint and the spearmint. Oh, it's lovely, absolutely gorgeous. My radish are doing well, as you can see. My mixed leaves, they're quite spicy, they're nice and all. Moving into the greenhouse. My tomato plants, which I planted last week into their pots, they're coming on well. My beans on the floor, and I've got some under the staging there as well. My cucumbers at the end. My marigolds are bolting away a little bit. I've nipped the end out of them, so I hope they survive. My geraniums, they're all picked up now from the winter. My lobelia and begonia seeds that I actually started myself. There's 2 clematis cuttings I took about September last year, and they've obviously taken because I had them in one pot and split them. I had 3 of them, and I put one of them as I come into there, which I call Chicken City. I put a clematis there growing up in with the dahlias, so that seems to have taken as well. There's me pinks, or I call them pinks anyway. My apple tree, come on well. Yeah. I'd love a little bit of advice on that, and when in that pot, as I only grafted that on December, and it's taken. But when I need to repot it into a bigger pot, I know it'll be about 4 years before I get fruit off it, and I suppose I would, if anything does develop on it, I'd have to take them off because it'd be too heavy. My sweet peas in the pots, doing well. My heated bed, looking a little bit bare at the moment. I suppose I could start some more off soon. But there's one thing I just can't get my head round, is my chilli plants. That's the biggest one I got. Now, I planted these. What date was it now as these planted? Yeah, I'll have to find out what date. I normally put the date on here when I planted them, but there's not. But I'm sure I planted them very early on, and I can't understand why. Some of them, as you can see, are still small and going yellow. I'm wondering whether I'm actually watering these too much. Whether I need to let them dry out between watering, because I do water them every day, and possibly that's the reason why, but I don't know. So if anybody can give me any help on that, I'd appreciate it. On the other side, all my bedding plants coming on well. They're a bit warmer and it'll all be out. So it's just a little tour of the garden, and everything seems to be progressing nice. There's my petunia basket I done last week. That seems to have taken quite well now and all. It's the ones I was worried about are a little bit leggy, are starting to take shape. They're starting to look reasonably good. So I'm quite pleased. I know that's going to be quite a nice display. Here's all my lilies, which I keep between the greenhouse and in the winter to protect them. But what I've noticed is I'm getting infested with caterpillars, and they're eating
caterpillars,
so,
ladybirds I meant, sorry.
Thing to do with these, but if I don't do something soon, these are all going to be eaten. Just tried another little bit of grafting of my Fiesta apple tree on my Cox's apple tree, but I really don't know whether it's going to take, whether it's the wrong time of the year with there being leaves on it. But I tried this like I done the other little one, same time, That was done in, I think it was done in December, that one. Yeah, that was done in December, and that doesn't appear to have taken. I'm going to leave it a bit and see what happens anyway. But I thought, there's no harm in trying. It's a graft down there, so nice little small rhododendron which is flowering nicely. Just moving over to my little border that I planted out last week. Everything seems to be alright. The geranium I planted seems to be surviving. All the way along. Another geranium. And my cornflower. My sweet peas look a little bit worse for wear. They're a bit yellowy, but we'll see if they'll come up. And at long last, my clematis is starting to, the buds are starting to open out. That gives a lovely display, like I've said many times. So we'll keep an eye on that now. By next week, should have, I hope, quite a few flowers opened out. But this looks absolutely gorgeous when it's in full bloom. My forest fire, that looks absolutely nice, doesn't it? Beautiful red tips on it. It's in my small garden. Then I've got my little bar. So we have our parties and our barbecues. We have many a fine night here with the guitar out with Barry on it, singing to us. So that's a little tour of the garden for this weekend. As you can see right down. You can see my little chicken city, and beyond that the veg garden. To the left is the little border I was showing you, which I done with the pallets because I had to raise it up for the simple fact that it just floods totally down on that garden there. A third of it was underwater last year. Second garden by the house. That's my Fiesta apple tree. So that, well, I've trained that to go along the fence, so got some lovely apples off that last year, and it's blossoming well. So I hope the bees come up and pollinate all these. My daff's now just coming to an end. They've been beautiful, beautiful display. Here's my azalea. That's looking rather nice now, in full bloom. And my tulips just starting to come to an end. My pansies on the fence, looking good. These are my pots on my decking. Another clematis. Let's see if we can have a look what this one's called. Whoops, it's just broken. The actual, where it says the name, Walsall something that says. It's a purple flyer. Warsawijk or something it says. Yeah, not as good as my other one, but they're my little chickens. A wife bought me last year. It's like a little band sitting on the top of the decking. So you can see the full length of the garden from here.